Hi guys, welcome to Find Me a Medium. My name's Maria Deane and I'm going to be with you for the next hour or so. So I'll just wait for a few of you to gather. We are just a few minutes early. Just wait for a few of you to gather. I'll shuffle the cards. So, you enjoying the weather? Here in Bristol, that's where I'm from. It's a beautiful sunny day today. So while we're waiting for you to join, I light a few candles. Invite our loved ones, spirit teams, spirit guides to come in. Work for the highest good of everybody here. Hello, Carol. Hello. Hello from New Jersey, in the USA. Is that right? Hello. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you here. Just light a few candles while we're waiting. Mariana. Is it Mariana? Silent J, I take. Don't know. Might not be. I hope I'm saying that right. Hi. How are you doing? Let's see. So if you give your names to Stacey, Stacey will put your name down and we'll do a reading. So if you want a reading, let Stacey know. And she'll put your name down and then she'll give me the name. I think the cards are well shuffled by now. Do you? Okay, so while we're waiting, let's have some spray. What have we got here? Archangel Gabriel, the angels of revelations. Let's have some of this before we begin. Mariana, you're my first one. Okay, Mariana. So we're going to invite our spirit loved ones to come in for Mariana. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. The first card that I've picked for you, Mariana, is the Queen of Laughter. And while I tune in with spirit with this card, I'm feeling like there hasn't been that much laughter in your life for a while. The temptation is to think and feel that everything's a bit stressful and a bit too much at the moment. And you've been through some hard times. You're coming out the other side of that now. But it all feels a little bit too much for you. That's what I'm picking up. The thing is, you've grown a lot, Mariana. You've grown so much because of the stuff that you've been through. You know, sometimes we go through a whole load of stuff and we think, you know, I can't take anymore. It's just too much. But then we realize that that stuff that we've gone through has helped us grow. It has helped us raise our vibration. And we're on a different level now. So Mariana, you're on a different level now. That's what Spirit are saying. So you've come through some stuff. Somebody in your life who's not very well. So what I've got here is a gentleman that's not very well. So good afternoon, Claire. Mariana, I've got a gentleman that's not very well. Or somebody that you're a little bit concerned about at the moment. And you're trying to keep in control of things, or you've been trying to keep in control of things. You've got a higher purpose. We've got the Queen of the Golden Bow. Excuse me, I've got a tickly throat. So we've got the Queen of the Golden Bow. When I get this card, Mariana, when I get this card, I know that you are here to help us bring in the new golden energy. That part of your higher purpose is to help us reach ascension. So you've grown so much with all the stuff you've been through. And the reason that you've been through it is so that you can grow and you can achieve your higher purpose now. There's joy for your future. And maybe the laughter will come back for you. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness now. I don't think this is you, but I think somebody around you has been quite naughty, and that's affected you quite badly. So somebody around you has not been very good to you, and it's affected you quite badly. But you've grown through it. Somebody who says one thing and does another. Somebody whose words and actions don't match up. And what Spirit is saying is the ideal thing for you is you need to look at this because you need to change the story. The Lady of the Song is about changing the story. It's about doing something differently. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. So now it's time for you to really look at this stuff and change how you feel about things. And then move away from your old story and move into a new story. We've got somebody here on the autistic spectrum. Now, whether this is you or somebody around you or somebody who you thought may be on the autistic spectrum, this is confirmation for you. You have a message to bring to the world. And what Spirit is saying is that's why you've gone through what you've gone through, because you have a message to bring to the world. So you got Archangel Gabriel, because that's who I sprayed before I did your reading. I'm going to give you some more Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is the angels of revelations. So there's some new revelations that are happening for you, that are coming up for you. And it's like what Spirit is saying is please take note of them, because this is a new path that you're going on. We've got the Lady of Unicorns, the Lady of Magic. This is a new path that you're going on. And because you've gone through this stuff, you're coming out the other side of it. This is why you've been through it, so that you can change things. And you can change that story and you can create a whole new story for yourself. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me. So who've we got next? Carol. So Carol A. So Carol, you are next. So for Carol's highest good, let me choose you a spray. We have Mother Mary, Carol. So you, me, and the cards. Mother Mary. I love that. I love the energy of Mother Mary. When Mother Mary comes in, it's a real nurturing energy that comes in. So Carol, you've needed some nurturing. Some stuff has happened in your life and you've needed some nurturing. You need some mothering. And that's what this is about. You're just shuffling the cards while you come on the screen, and then we can make that connection, Carol. So Mariana, thank you. We want Carol. There you are. So now we can make that connection, Carol. So shadow of the past with you. So Carol, a shadow of the past. Shadow of the past with you. Okay. Queen of the day. Carol, what Spirit have for you today is that you've had a shadow of the past come up for you. You've had some stuff come up for you too. Some stuff for you to work through. And it's not easy stuff. It's just another layer of the onion. But what they're saying is you have to be the queen in your own life. We teach people how to be with us. And by teaching people that you're a queen in your own life, then you will have joy for your future. Well, I don't know why I'm getting this, but maybe it'll make sense to you. This has been going on for a long time. We've got the Queen of Passage. This has been going on for a long time. So if somebody hurts us and we don't say anything, then they don't know they've hurt us. And if we just say nothing and put up with it, then they're going to do it again. And we don't say nothing. And then we do it the third time. They do it the third time. And what happens then is we blow up. Now that person thinks we're gone mad because they've done it for 3 times and you haven't said anything, and now you're blowing up. So now the way to help with this is if somebody does something to hurt you, you tell them. They may even do it a second time. They may even do it a third time. But if you've told them, they're more likely not to keep doing it. And if you tell them each time, then eventually they will get it. And that's how we teach people how to be with us. It's what we accept from people. We've got the Fairy of Youth. So this tells me this goes way back. I've got Tink. This is me, hands on hips, telling you off. I don't know what I'm telling you off for. But I think it goes way back. It goes way, way back where you have allowed things to happen in your life. And only because it's a mechanism that you have gained from your youth. But it's not working for you anymore. You need to shine your light. We've got the Star Fairy. You need to shine your light. There's something that you've come here to do. We've got your Prince of Light here. So I don't know if you're in a relationship and he is your Prince of Light, great. If you're not, then your Prince of Light is coming into your life, taking care of everybody else. And Carol, that's great. And as women, we learn to do that. But sometimes we have to stop doing that and start taking care of ourselves. The temptation is to keep taking care of everybody else. And then we go downhill. You keep returning to this point over and over again. So yes, you've been married for 35 years. Congratulations. That's quite an achievement nowadays, isn't it? So congratulations with that, Carol. You keep returning to this point over and over again. So Carol, maybe after 35 years, it's time to put you first. Maybe that's what Spirit's message is for you today. Let's ask Spirit, what is your message for Carol today? Just shuffling them. So Spirit, your message for Carol today. Okay. The leaving. Now, Carol, maybe you know what that means. What the solution with that is definitely your turn. The solution of that, Carol, is we've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. And this is not you. This is maybe somebody around you. Maybe you're being taken for granted. And maybe it's time now for you to start looking after you and putting you first. We've got the hidden ones. So there's some subconscious stuff that's happening that you're not aware of. And that's what Spirit are trying to bring to the forefront for you. You are the Lady of Leprechauns. This is about you doing what you love doing and getting paid really well for it. What is your passion? Spirit is saying, Carol, what's your passion? Do you even know what your passion is? Have you looked after everybody else that you have no idea what you want or where you need to go now? There is hope for you. Turning into a big reading this, isn't it? There's hope for you, Carol. But you need to do what you love doing. You've had your challenges. There's no doubt about it. And now it's time for you. The Green Man. Just bear with me for a moment. So are you looking after somebody at the moment? You're a psychic medium. So this is your message. So you've got a message to bring to the world, Carol. You have a message to bring to the world. And I'm not sure if it's just your mediumship. I think it's something else. I think you have another message that you need to bring to the world that you're avoiding. You're avoiding the other message. There's another message that you need to bring to the world. And I feel it really strongly with you. I feel like Spirit want to come closer to you. And yet it is about your mediumship, but there's more to mediumship than mediumship. Does that make sense? There's a lot more to it. And we kind of sometimes get stuck with, this is what we do, and this is all we do, and then we keep going in it. What Spirit is saying is there's more to you. And they're wanting you to do something else as well as. They're asking you, okay, so you're very spiritual. So they're wanting you to do something else as well. You're strong, you're solid. Carol, you have been through some stuff. And now maybe it's time to look at that stuff and help others who've gone through similar experiences. The paradox is, so if you look at that, it's a paradox. So a paradox is two contradictory things. For example, you can't have light without first having dark. There can be good and bad at the same time. You've been through a lot of stuff. And I think Spirit want you to look at that stuff now and work through it so that you can help others with it. We've got the Prince of Shadows, which tells me it's a shadow of the past. And so maybe it's time now for you to start looking at it. There's some Peter Pan. There's some child stuff that's coming up for you that needs looking at. I'm going to do one more, because this is turning into a really long reading. You need some training. The Smith is about training. So you need some training on how to work through some of your stuff to raise your vibration even more, so that you can begin to do your higher purpose and work with your higher purpose and do what you've come here to do. Mediumship is the first step of the ladder. There's much, much more for you to do than your mediumship. Much, much more for you to do than your mediumship. And I'm not saying your mediumship isn't amazing and it isn't great. It is. But there's something deeper that's coming for you. And we've got the Smith again. So you need a little bit of training into what that is and where you need to go with that. But there's something really big for you, Carol. So you're a healer as well, like me. So I'm a psychic medium, and I do platform mediumship and churches and things. And I'm also a Reiki master teacher. I'm also a healer and an artist and a counselor and a therapist, and I'm training to be a psychotherapist. And so we keep going, don't we? We keep moving on, and then there comes something else for us to do, and Spirit then have something else for us to do. And maybe Spirit now want you, Carol, and you can, talk with your guide and find out what is it that they want you to do. What is it that they want you to do? So thank you, Carol, so that you can move on in your spirituality. Because however spiritual we get, there's always something more. That's what we're here for. And that's what Spirit's message is for you today. There's always something more. And they've got something wonderful planned for you. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for working with me. Who've we got next? Amanda Quigley. Thank you, Stacey. So Amanda Quigley. I'll just wait for Amanda. Carol, you're wonderful too. Thank you. So we're just waiting for Amanda to connect with me. Let me have a look. We need a spray for Amanda. Let's have a spray for Amanda. Amanda, you have raising your vibration. So this is for Amanda. So for Amanda's highest good. Oh, there you are, Amanda. I see you. There's the connection. Hello, Amanda. So Amanda, your spray is about raising your vibration, which tells me you felt a little bit low. And what Spirit is saying is they want to raise you up. They want to raise your vibration up. So let's have a little look for Amanda's highest good. And you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. We like solution-based here, don't we? Okay, shadow of the past. So Amanda, have you been also working through a shadow of the past? Queen of the day. Are you in a place that you've been before? And in this place that you were at before, it was something that kept coming up for you. There's joy for your future, Amanda, but you need to be the queen in your own life. So we, like I said earlier, we show people how to be with us. You need to show people how to be with us. You need to be the queen in your own life. Okay. We've got the song, Amanda. When I get this one, this is about writing things down. So Amanda, if you've ever thought that you need to write a book, or there's some writing, some work that you need to do, then this is your confirmation. What Spirit is saying is you need to start writing things down now, whether it becomes a book or whether it becomes a journal for you to look at and to start working through. This is the next course of action for you. They want you to start writing. Does that make sense for you? We've got the big behind. This is not our bottoms. So when I get the big behind, what Spirit is saying is it's not therapy. There's not a whole load of therapy to be done, Amanda, with you. But what there is some patterns that you need to look at so that you can change the patterns and move forward. There's some patterns, probably really old patterns that have come up that you may not even be aware of. But now it's time to change them patterns so that you can move forward in your life. We've got the fairy of naughtiness. And now we've had this all the way through. I don't think this is you. I think this is some people around you or somebody around you who's a little bit naughty. Somebody who says one thing and does another. Somebody whose words and actions are not matching up. And when that happens with somebody around us, it makes us feel confused. It makes us feel like we're going mad. You know, a little bit like if you've got a narcissist in your life and they convince you of one thing and you can blatantly see that it's something else. And it makes you feel really like you're going mad because you know one thing, but then they say something else. What Spirit is saying is you must look at the actions. The actions are the truth, not the words, the actions. Sometimes we long to hear the words, and sometimes we don't see the actions. We just want to hear the words, and sometimes the words are not right. You've returned into this point. You've been here before. It's not the first time. You've been here before. You're returning to this point again. But you're in two minds about it this time. So this time there's a decision to be made, Amanda. This time there is a decision to be made. You're on two minds about it. You're not sure which way to go with it. Let's ask Spirit for the answer for that decision. Now, you know what the question is. I don't, but you do. Is keeping you awake at night time. We've got the Queen of Owls. Is keeping you awake at night time. So you're going around in your head with things. You're being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. And it's a shadow of the past. And there's a shadow of the past coming up. You've been here before. And the paradox is, remember we said earlier, it can be two ways. It can be contradictory. It can be good and it can be bad. You can't have light without first having the dark. And here I am telling you off. And I have no idea what I'm telling you off about, Amanda. But we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out, Spirit, what am I telling her off about? Okay. Because you need to change the story. We've got the lady of the song. Amanda, you need to change the story. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. You have to do something differently. You really have to do something differently. You need to break that. We've got the leaving here. So whether you're thinking of leaving, whether that be a job, a relationship, or something else, if you're in two minds about it, then you need to get on one mind about it. You're strong, you're solid. You can do this. You're a bright spark. You are a bright spark. You can do this. You are, you know, we've got the fairy of youth. And maybe that you feel like you've been there, whatever that situation is, you've been in it for so long that you fear not coming out of it. We've got the Queen of Passage, which means you've been in that situation for a long, long time. We have your Prince of Light coming in. So your Prince of Light is coming in to help you with that situation. The temptation is not to use your gift. Amanda, you have a gift. And you need to shine your light. So we've got the Star Fairy. You need to shine your light. You're not shining your light. You're not being all that you can be. There's so much more to you than you even know yourself. There's so much more to you. And you need to shine your light. And there's a situation in your life that's blocking you from shining your light and being all that you can be. So you need to make the decision that it's you, that you need to put you first. And you need to shine your light. There's so much more for you to do. So much more that you've come here to do. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me. Oh, who have we got next? Rebecca Yates. Hello, Rebecca. I hope that was okay for you, Amanda. Just waiting for Rebecca to join us. So while we're waiting, I'll pick a spray for you, Rebecca. And for you, we have Christ energy. Lovely. Let's spray there, spray the cards, spray me. We have some Christ energy. Oh, went into the candle. Hear it fizzing. Hello, Amanda. Okay. So, Amanda, you have, excuse me, my throat is quite tickly at the moment, and it has been while I've been on air, but it seems worse now. And I'm wondering, is that something to do with you, Amanda? Do you have a problem with your throat or not speaking up, Amanda? Is there a problem with your throat chakra? Are you not speaking up? Are you not able to speak your truth? I can feel it quite strongly. All right, you're not there. and that you're not speaking your truth. Okay, so we've got Bev right then. So Rebecca's not here. So can we have Bev then? And that's why I didn't go into it in the spirit of making my throat tickle, because Rebecca's not here. And I'm not going to give a reading if somebody's not here. Hello, Bev, you are here. So let's get a different spray for you, Bev. We start again. Oh, you've got Christ energy again. Different bottle, but still Christ energy, which is lovely. So you've still got Christ energy. Okay. So for Bev's high is good. And if you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. If loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay. But only bonds of love are allowed in here. Wow. Wow. My throat is still there. It's still tickly. Let me just get a drink. Okay. So as I tune in to the spirit world. Okay, Bev, we've got the song with you. You have COPD. Ah, that's why I've got it then. Thank you, Bev. So spirit knew you were coming before I did. And that's what they're showing me. That's what they're giving me. I feel it on my chest and on my throat. Okay, and we've got the song for you. You need to write as well. Are you writing a book, Bev? Are you writing things down? We've got the fixer here. You're a fixer. Okay, let me just move my little skulls out of the way. Okay, Spirit, you could take that away now. COPD comes, it's in your family, isn't it? And it's quite bad. It's quite a thing that's come down through the generations. Not yet, starting soon. So you're going to write a book. So that's really, really good, Bev, because that's the first thing that Spirit brought up for you. Get on with it. They want you to get on with it. So get it started. You get it started now. No more excuses. And this is pot kettle, because I'm the same. But no more excuses. Get your notepad, pen, whatever you write with, get it and start doing it. You're a bit of a fixer. You're a bit of a fixer. Just you. But it does come, it has been in your family before, Bev. It has. And that's what Spirit gave me. It has come through the generations. So it may not be in your parents, but it may be in your grandparents or your parents before that. And it may not be, or their parents. It may not be diagnosed, but it has come through the generations. That's what Spirit are giving me. So there is something that has come through the generations over and over again. And what Spirit are saying is you can fix that. You can fix it. You can do some generational healing that will help with the COPD, and it will help with people who come after you. Have a little faith. We've got the Lady of Faith. So you need to be writing your book. There's something that needs fixing. You are a little bit of a fixer, but it's time now for you to look at what you need to fix for you. You understand? Okay, brilliant. Have a little faith. That's what Spirit is saying. Be the queen in your own life. Joy for your future. You are the magician. You have everything you need to succeed, Bev, but you're full of self-doubt. There's some part of you that doubts yourself. And you have difficulty with change. Only because some of the stuff is hidden. Some of the stuff, Bev, is not conscious. It's unconscious. And what Spirit are saying is you can't work on that. If you can't see it, how can you work on it? They want you to be able to work on it. So it's the subconscious stuff that you need to work on. You need to allow it to come up. Change is happening in your life. We've got the shapeshifter. Change is happening in your life. You are strong. You are solid. We've got the rocks again. You have been through a lot, Bev, and you've come out the other side of it. But now it's time for a change in your life. It's time that you do something differently. The leaving is here. So whether this is a work situation or a family situation or anything, there's something that you need to leave, something that you need to leave behind that's not doing you much good. Training for transfiguration. Wonderful. That is wonderful. So that's really, really good. So there's something that you need to leave behind within that. The thief. There's something that's blocking you from moving forward. Let's ask Spirit what it is. What is blocking Bev from moving forward? Okay, some form of addiction, whether it's your addiction or somebody around you that you're addicted to, there's something that's blocking you from moving forward. And you're having dreams about it. You have dreams where you want to move forward to, but there's something blocking you from moving forward. I'm going to have to get some more cards in a minute. Oh, okay. We've got the boy. This is you. This is you, Bev. I'm not saying you're a boy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is you. The energy of this card. Yeah, maybe smoking. I don't know if that's stopping you from moving forward. Especially if you have COPD, then maybe it is. Maybe it's the smoking that Spirit want you to work on. While I look at this card, I've got this card with me. I want to talk about this card, Bev. Because this card is somebody who is ultra, ultra sensitive, ultra spiritual. And sometimes the world just gets too much for them. And I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you. I feel like you get to a point sometimes where everything is just too much. And it's a shadow of the past. We've got the Queen of Shadows. It's a shadow of the past. You need to speak your truth. You need to speak up. You need to speak your truth. There are some situations, place, or people that you need to cut ties with. And as you cut ties with them, the owl is coming in, which is the wisdom. This wisdom is coming to you, but there's some stuff that you need to cut ties with, and it's a shadow of the past. And as you begin to cut them ties, you've got some trauma. We've got PTSD here. You've got some trauma, Bev, that needs to be looked at because you keep returning to the same point over and over again. And so you come to this point and then you stop. So to get you past this point, let me get some more cards. To get you past this point, Bev, there's some trauma that you need to work through. Definitely. Okay. Okay. So you need to shine your light. We've got the Star Fairy. You need to shine your light. You're not going to be able to shine your light until you have worked through that trauma. You are a messenger. You've got a message to bring to the world, Bev. But you first have to have that message yourself. And then you can you receive the message and then you give the message. You're like, oh no, I don't want to do all this shit. Sorry. But oh no, we don't want to do all this again. It's just another layer of the onion. That's all it is. We get to a point where we've worked so hard and we've done so much, but then there's another layer of the onion to come off. And Spirit is saying it's a blessing, Bev. It is a blessing because this will move you forward towards your dreams, forward to what you want in your life, forward to what you've always wanted. And then felt not good enough and felt like you couldn't have it. But you can have it and you should have it. And this will move you forward to it. working through this stuff, the challenges that you've had, working through them will be your greatest strength. Is a really positive outcome to it. And that's what you need to do. I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you for working with me. Who have we got next? Almi. Is it Almi? Almi. Or Almi? Almi? I wish I knew how to pronounce it. But if you understand, that's good. Thank you for working with me. Just wait for Almi to get on. We'll pick a spray while we're waiting. Oh. And we have got Ascended Master Saint Germain. Saint Germain. Ascended Master Saint Germain, the keeper of the violet flame. Okay, so Claire, we've got Claire. So Claire Topman, you could come forward, please. And so we've got the violet flame, or we've got Saint Germain for Claire. We just wait for Claire. Oh, there you are, Claire. Hello. Hi, Claire. So Claire, we've got the violet flame. No, we haven't got the violet flame. We've got Saint Germain, who is one of the keepers of the violet flame. And if you haven't heard of the violet flame transmutes any negative energy into positive. That's what the violet flame does. And Archangel, and Saint Germain is the keeper. So I'm just shuffling the cards. Sprayed you, sprayed me, sprayed the cards. This way, I'm guided to do it this way for you. Let's have a look. Okay, Fairy of Youth. Let's see where we're going with this, Claire. Queen of Passage. So something's been coming up for you. It's been happening for a long time. There's joy for your future, but you're exhausted. Here we've got exhaustion. So something has been happening and it's exhausting you, Claire. Okay. There's a gentleman in your life, somewhere around your life, that's maybe causing you to feel like you're worried about them. You are. You're exhausted. You're worried about them. We've got the Elven Knight here. So whether this is your partner or one of you or your child, but you're really worried about them. What Spirit is saying is there is hope, Claire. There is definitely hope. We don't have to open it up any more than that. We've got the Lady of the Forest, which means that you need to step back away from it. You need to step back away from it because you're trying to control some situation that you're not supposed to control. We have a question. So Claire, if you've got a question, this is the answer to your question. You are the Queen of the Golden Bough, which tells me that you also have come here to help us with ascension, to help us move into this new golden energy that we're coming into. Part of your higher purpose, or your higher purpose, is to do this. This is why you're here. But you can't do that because you're exhausted. So you need to start looking after you. You need to start being the queen in your own life. You've been woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. It's a shadow of the past. When you get woke up, you've got loads of stuff going around in your head. The paradox is, do you remember what the paradox is? Like contradiction. The paradox is, I'm the paradox, Tink. I'm the paradox. I don't know why, but we'll see. So the paradox is that you need to change the story. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. You need to change the story, Claire. You really need to change that story. That's what I'm telling you off about. You need to change that story, and it will be a positive outcome if you do that. You'll need to change that story. Change is happening in your life. It's time now. The time is right now. You're not sleeping at night time. There's a whole lot of stuff going on for you because Spirit are trying to get your attention because there's more work for you to do. You get another one. Okay. We've got the pan. So this is either your child or you every morning between 3 and 5. So Spirit are trying to get your attention, Claire. They are really trying to get your attention. So this is either your child or your inner child who is a bright spark. I feel like it's your inner child who's a bright spark. And they're wanting you to do some work on it. They're wanting you to do some work on that. Maybe it's inner child work that you need to do. We've got the Lord of the Forest, which is about addictions. It's about addictions. So maybe you could be, and when I say addictions, it doesn't have to be about alcohol or drugs or even smoking or anything like that. We can be addicted to having lots of stuff going around in our head and not working through it. We can be addicted to looking after our family and putting everybody else first and not looking after ourselves. We can be addicted to a lot of things. There's some form of addiction. You're strong, you're solid. It's time for you now, Claire. It's your time. That's what Spirit is saying. Have a little faith. Have a little faith. You maybe need some direction on where you need to go. There you go, Lady of Leprechauns. Do what you love doing and get paid really well for it. That's what Spirit is saying. What is your passion? Our inner children are our passion. And when we work with our inner children, that's what we find out. We find out what our dreams are, what our passions are. And then we can ascend and go forward, living our life to the full. And that's what Spirit want for you, Claire. They want you to look at what your passions are and move forward with that and live the life of your dreams. That's what they're saying. They want you to live the life of your dreams and be the lady of joy, bringing joy into your life. We've got the Queen of Bedlam. And this is the card for ADHD for me. So if you've ever felt like you might be ADHD or there's somebody in your life with ADHD, that's confirmation for you. We've got the big behind. That is not about our bottoms. That is saying there's not a whole load of therapy to be done, Claire, but there is some patterns that need to look at. You need to look at some patterns that you need to change so that you can move forward. That's what that's saying. The hidden one is about subconscious stuff. You know, sometimes we can't see ourselves. We've all had people that we have in our lives and they keep doing the same thing over and over again. And they're so unaware that they're doing it and they just keep on doing it. And this is what we mean by patterns. They just keep on. If I love you enough to say, you know what, you just keep doing it and get into the same place over and over again. Maybe you should do something differently. If I take that risk and love you enough to tell you, then that person knows they can see themselves, and then they can do something differently. But if nobody tells them, then they can never do anything differently. And they keep stuck in that same mode over and over again. That's what the hidden one means. The subconscious stuff, the stuff we're not aware of, the stuff that other people can see about us, but we can't. And that's why if you have somebody in your life who loves you enough to tell you that, then you can change it. And that's what Spirit are talking about, Claire. The stuff that we are not aware of. That's what you need to work on. You know, with somebody who will love you enough to look at you and say, maybe this is this. And you can take that or leave that. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me. Who else have we got? Almi. Okay, so Almi, if you want to come forward, step forward now, we'll get the spray for you. Thank you, Claire. I'm just waiting for Claire to come on. Oh, not Claire. Almi. Is it Alm? Is it Almi? Or is it Almi? Do you know, I'm really sorry because I don't know how to pronounce it. I hope that I'm pronouncing it right. I'm going to go with Almi. But it's probably wrong, isn't it? Is it Almi? Or is that wrong? Let me know. Okay, I'm going to go with Almi for now until you correct me. Let me pick a spray for you, Almi. And we have for you Archangel Gabriel, the angel of revelations. Let's spray that. The angel of revelations. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. Don't know why I feel the need to say that, but I just do feel the need to say that now. Let's see where we're going with this. Okay, you're juggling. You've got Alma. Thank you, Alma. Thank you very much. Now I know. I'm sorry for saying Alma. It's a beautiful name. You're juggling, Alma. You've got so much going on. You've got so many balls up in the air that you're trying to spin all the plates. And what Spirit is saying is you have to let something fall. Nothing new can come into your life while you're juggling. You're juggling. You need something new to come into your life, but it can't come in because you've got no hands to catch it. You keep juggling. We've got the Queen of Laughter. Are you the Queen of Laughter? The Queen of Fun? We've got the Maiden with you, which is about a time in your life when you felt confident and you felt like you could conquer the world in some way or another. It might have even only been for a few seconds, but there was that time when you felt so good about yourself that you thought, whoa, I can conquer the world. Spirit are saying they need to get you back there. We've got the Fairy of Youth. They need to get you back there to that feeling like you can conquer the world. Something happened in your life and it stopped you from that feeling. It blocked you from that feeling. Something happened that blocked you from that feeling. We need to get you back to that. It's a shadow of the past and it's blocking you from moving forward. Somebody in your life who says one thing and does another. It could be a person. It could be a situation. It could be, okay. It could be even in your work. That words and actions do not match up. And this leaves you really confused. And you feel like, whoa, I think this is it. And then something else happens and you think, oh, I'm not so sure about this. and it leaves you a bit confused. We've got the Lady of Unicorns, the Lady of Magic. This is you. You are the Lady of Magic. Moving forward, trust your instinct. Trust your gut. Your gut does never lie to you. Trust your gut instinct. If you feel in your gut that something needs to change, then something needs to change. I hope that makes sense for you. You're like, oh no, I'm not sure. I don't know if I should do this. It's time for you to do this. It's time for you to move forward. We've got the boy. Okay, let me just work into this card for a moment. This is a really sensitive soul that I have with me. This is somebody who finds it difficult to manage in the world sometimes. It's somebody who keeps going and going and is there for everybody and is full of empathy. But sometimes things get too much. Sometimes things get too much for them. And then they kind of like retreat and don't know how to handle it. They're the speaker of truth. So maybe this is you, Alma. You're the speaker of truth, but there's a negative energy around you that needs removing. Fairy of naughtiness. So it's not you, but there's an energy around you that's not good for you, that needs to go, that needs to be removed. You are the magician. You will succeed at whatever you put your mind to. Absolutely will. But your self-doubt will bring you back. You need to do what you love doing. We've got the Lady of Leprechauns. Do what you love doing, your passion. What's your passion? This will bring you joy. Do whatever brings you joy. So there's something that you're thinking about, something about you thinking about doing. And it could even be leaving a job and starting something else. You need to go for your joy. That's what you need to do. Joy for your future. So that's the answer to your question. You're the Lady of Joy and joy for your future. So something needs to change. You're strong, you're solid, you're the rocks. You've been through a whole lot in your life. You're around the other side of it. You have a gift. You have a gift, and that gift needs to be used. Okay, and you know what it is. And it's hope. There is hope for you. So you need to have that hope. You need to be able to transform things and have that hope so that you can move forward in what you need to be doing. And that's what Spirit is saying. One more for you, Alma. Okay. The situation is not going to change unless you change it. If you are waiting for somebody around you to change, Alma, they are not going to change. You need to be the one to change it. I'm going to leave it there for you. You're so welcome. Thank you for working with me. You're welcome. So we did start a little bit early, so I think that's it for tonight, guys, for today. I'll be back with you in a fortnight's time. Thank you all for being there. And I'll leave it up to Stacey to finish the live. And I'll see you all soon.